Hello, everyone. It is Jeff. I think I'm live. I am live right here on the Atlanta Arts Relief Fund page and my own Facebook page, and I am here for story time today. And I'm sorry that Heidi can't be here today. She has some other things to take care of, but she wished me luck in my with my reading skills. So I have three brand new books for you this very day, and I'm very excited to share them with you. And I feel like it's a great way to start this story time off because the Atlanta Artist Relief Fund is about art and community. And I want to start off by reading you um, a new book that I just got this week called Hey Wall, and it is a story of art and community. So here we go. We're just going to dig right in. Hey Wall. Hey Wall. Hey Wall. Story of Art and Community by Susan Verde, illustrated by John Para. Hey Wall. You're big. A city block big. My city block. Maybe once you were full of style, but no one has taken care of you. You are nothing to look at. You are cold, old, empty. Look at the wall. Hey, wall. In the fall, James and I skateboard past you as fast as we can on the way home from school. In the winter, the dirty snow piles up in front of you. No one shovels. Danny and her friends on the block build their snowmen on other sidewalks. In the spring, Grandma Addie drinks iced tea on the stoop. She talks of a time when our neighborhood was beautiful, when you were beautiful. In the summer, the ice cream truck rolls by. We chase it to a spot far from you, where we let the ice cream melt on our tongues. Each day, we all keep our eyes down. We cheer for the tiny flowers pushing through the cracks in the sidewalk, reaching for sunlight. No one looks up at you. There is nothing to cheer for. You are only lonely concrete. Hey, wall! When we're inside with family, friends, and neighbors, there is love. There is joy. Can you smell what's cooking? We are eating together. Can you hear the stories we share about the way things used to be? We are telling jokes, belly laughing. You know what a belly laugh is, right? Can you hear our music? We are salsa dancing. We are hip hopping. We are dizzy from spinning. We want to take it to the streets, but you don't dance. You don't laugh. You don't share your stories. Hey, wall, guess what? I'm ready to change all that. What do you think he's going to do? I've got my pencil, I've got my paints, I've got my dreams. I am a writer, a creator, a game changer, a wall changer. James and Danny brought their sketches. Grandma Addie brought her memories. We've all brought our ideas and imagination. We give you one last look, and then we begin. I call to my family, my friends, my neighbors. We stand right in front of you, staring you down. You are our wall now. You've become our blank canvas. Your cracks and bumps and rough edges are our clean slate. Up on ladders and way down low, soon we have filled you with colors, creations, energy. You are stone, but you don't have to be hard. Hi, Katie. Thank you. Hey, wall. Look at you now. You are beautiful. Now you tell the real story of us. And together, we are something to see. Hey, wall. Look how they painted that wall. That's called a mural when it's painted so big on the side of the building. And that gives a little note from the author and the illustrator about Hey Wall, a story of art and community. And there it is. They made that mural on that wall. Hi, Sharon Brewer. All right, I'm going to move right along. Do you love that story? I love that story about remembering things, letting the grandmother remember things and painting things that she remembered on the wall, and then things that you do, and how you used to pass the wall that had nothing on it. So we're going to change it up a little bit. Thank you. I'm glad you like that story, Katie. I like it a lot too. This one's called Just Ask. Hi, Veronica Durr. This is called Just Ask. Be different, be brave, be you. By Sonia Sotomayor. I hope I pronounced that correctly, and illustrated by Rafael Lopez. Hi, I'm Sonia. My friends are all planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together, but every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, different color, different shape, and different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunlight. Others thrive in the shade. Some have to be trimmed regularly, while others are better off left alone. Some trees and flowers are more fragile, and others are more hardy. So fragile means like you're weak, and hardy means like you're strong and can take it. Kids are all different too. Some of us are in a hurry and some take more time. Some of us seem shy and quiet while others are chatty and loud. Some of our differences are easy to spot and others take longer to notice. Each of us grows in our own way. So, if you're curious about other kids, just ask. Hi, Jamie. Not everyone is comfortable answering questions about themselves, but I don't mind. What am I doing? See her? There she is. What do you think she's doing? Look at her arm. Several times a day, I prick my finger to measure the sugar in my blood, and I give myself shots of medicine called insulin. I do this because I have diabetes, and my body doesn't make insulin naturally like other people's. Even though this can sometimes hurt, I gather all my courage to do it to be healthy. Hi, Mark Schroeder. Do you ever need to take medicine to be healthy? I do. My name is Raphael, and I have asthma, which means I sometimes have trouble breathing. And when that happens, I take a break and I use an inhaler with medicine to make breathing easier. Quiet time helps me slow down and catch my breath. My inhaler is like, there it is right there, that's its inhaler. It's like a tool to help my body. Do you use a tool to help your body? Anthony does. I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can go super fast. How do you get from place to place? My name is Madison, and my guide dog, Lucky, helps me get places safely because I'm blind. My friend, Arturo, is blind too. He uses a cane to get around. And even though we can't see, we strengthen our other senses and notice lots of details others may miss. We can hear with our ears, smell with our noses, and feel with our hands. How do you use your senses? I'm Vihei. I learn about the world differently because I can see, but I can't hear. I'm deaf. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and hands through sign language. It's cool to know another language. I also love reading and writing. What about you? You like reading and writing? Bianca does. I'm Bianca and I have dyslexia, so I have to work really hard to take my time when I'm reading and writing words. Sometimes I use computer programs to help me. I love learning by doing things. My imagination is full of ideas, and I'm very good at making art from pictures I see in my mind. And that's her making pictures. Are you really good at something? I bet you are. I'm great at dinosaurs. I know all about them. I'm Jordan, and I have autism. Organizing and counting all my toy dinosaurs again and again makes me feel calm. My classmate, Kiana, also has autism, but it's different for her. She doesn't talk, but I like to talk. I especially like to talk about dinosaurs. What do you like to talk about? For me, listening comes more easily than talking, and I'm a really good listener. My name is An, and I speak with a stutter. So sometimes I repeat a word or get stuck when I try to say it. It may take me a little longer to express myself, and sometimes I'm too shy to talk, but I understand everything that's going on. Hi, Nathaniel. Do you ever wonder if people understand you? I do. My name is Julia. Sometimes I wiggle or make sounds that I can't control because I have Tourette's syndrome. People may look at me funny because they think I'm not paying attention or just acting out, but it's not true. I am listening. I don't always like having to explain. It frustrates me, but it helps when I tell people that that's just the way my body does. Do you ever feel frustrated? I bet you do. My name is Manuel, and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It's also called ADHD. I can get frustrated when I really feel the need to move around, even though I'm supposed to sit still. When my teachers and friends are patient with me, if I forget something or get distracted, I can get myself back on track. What's helpful to you? How do you get back on track? I'm Nolan. It's helpful to me when the food I eat has a clear label that says it is nut-free, because I am allergic to nuts. They can make me so sick that I would have to go to the hospital if I ate any, even by accident. So I always tell people about my allergy, and I ask if any food has nut ingredients. Speaking up keeps me healthy. I bet that would be horrible. How do you use your voice? Grace will tell us. I love to sing and I love to talk. I love to make new friends and be included. I am Grace. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome in our bodies. But we're all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take some time. One way I learn is to ask questions. What helps you learn? People learn differently, right? Some people like to see things. Some people like to do things. Some people like to listen. It's me, Sonia again. I ask questions too when something seems different or new. I just, let me do this again. I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, I just ask my parents or my teachers, and they help me to understand, especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. And this is what I've learned. Imagine if all the plants in this garden were exactly the same. Like, what if we could only grow peas? That would be no strawberries or cucumbers or carrots. It might also mean no trees or roses or sunflowers. Just like in our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world really, more interesting and fun. And just like all these plants, each of us has unique powers to share with the world and make it more interesting and richer. Here's the big question. What will you do with your powers? That's the end of that. What will you do with your powers? Just ask, right? Isn't that a great book talking about the way people are different? Different in lots of different ways, right? Different in different ways. That's kind of redundant. Anyway, I liked it. I liked it a lot because it kind of explains that you never really know what other people are going through. So you always have to be kind, right? And if you want to know about something, just ask, right? I love it. All right. And now, this is one of my favorites that I have recently gotten. It's called, the reason I like this is because I'm a creator, so I like to create things and I get ideas for all kinds of things. Hooray for differences! Yay! Thank you, Janie. I'm glad that you like that book. I do too. This book is called What Do You Do with an Idea? What do you think? What do you do? It's written by Kobi Yamada, illustrated by May Bessam. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It could be Bessam. I'm not sure. What do you do with an idea? I like this idea. One day, I had an idea. See it? It's right there. Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered. What do you do with an idea? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. And there it is, all the way over there. But it followed me. Look at it following him. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? I kept it to myself. I hid it away, and I didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. Have you ever done that? But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when it was around. There's that idea. That's an even better picture of it. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. It's like a puppy. It grew bigger, and we became friends. Look at him. He's carrying his idea in his backpack. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. It's kind of mean, isn't it? And at first, I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. But then I realized, what did they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do. And it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food, I worked with it, I played with it, but most of all, I gave it my attention. Hi, Shane. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. Oh, he's playing seesaw with his idea. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. That sounds like a great house. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because, it said, it is good to have the ability to see things differently. Because if you're walking on your hands, you would see things, what? Upside down, right? I couldn't imagine my life without it. Then, one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, it took flight, and burst into the sky. Isn't that an amazing little picture? I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You change the world. Isn't that a great story? Oh, wow. One little idea can change the world. One little idea. So what are you going to do with your idea? I want to know. I want to know. You let me know in the comments below. What are you going to do with your idea? How are you going to change the world? And you know what? Sometimes just changing one little thing can make a big difference in everything else. And that is the end of my story time today. Oh, it always goes by so fast, and I wish it could last and last, but, you know, I will be back here next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Thank you, Sharon. I love that book, too. Yeah, Can It Change the World? I love it. I love it. I love that story. That's one of my very favorites now. And I loved how it's just this little egg looking thing with legs, and it's got a little crown, like it's royalty almost. Isn't that great? Like it's royal inside. Your little idea is always royal. Anyway, that's enough of that. Mwah! Thank you so much for being here today. And I'll be here next Wednesday at 5 p.m. and maybe Heidi will be with me again. And if you haven't gone back and watched some other story times from a lot of other very talented actors Please go do that and spend a little time on the Atlanta Artist Relief Fund page if you haven't done that. They do some really amazing work for not only artists during this weird, hectic pandemic time, but also for other people as well. You don't even have to be an artist to get any kind of help and relief from them. So spend a little time there. Thank you for spending time with me today. I'm so glad that you're here, and I will see you all again next Wednesday at 5. Bye, everybody. Take care. Be safe.